Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the S Mark Newsbeat show. Hey, how was your day? How was everyone's day? All right, so what happened? Um, God bless you. God bless you guys who did well today. All right, let's just really quickly talk about double inside daily bars on the triple Qs. Pretty much in simple English, you're never going to find this. You're never going to find it. It just simply does not happen. It just simply don't get two inside candles in the market. If you had a hard time today, just want to give you a little bit of context why it happened and what is the algorithmic reaction of this. What is the algorithmic reaction of this entire thing? So, first of all, you might ask, what is an inside candle? An inside candle is basically any daily 5 minute, 1 minute. I'm referring it to the daily charts. It's basically a candlestick that doesn't break the prior day's high or low. So when I was coming out to you guys and I'm like, has to break the prior day's high or low, has to break the prior day's high or low, I wasn't being lazy with my response. I was actually being effectively accurate, meaning if you wanted any form of efficacy in your trade, I needed to see any of that to be convinced whatsoever. Now, to give you an example of how rare this is, I'm looking over here on the charts. Uh, I think this is the first time it happened this year, but I'm in January. Yeah. So just to give you an example, this is the first time it happened this year. And I'm sure I could go last year and I might not even find if I go back to 2019. I just really don't give an F about going back and looking. But the whole point is, I don't want you to miss the fact of how unique and how rare it is to put in a double inside candle like that. And that is what made the market hard. That is what made the market difficult today. Spiders did not have an inside candle today. And, so basically the Qs are mostly, all tech stocks for the most part. And spiders include, financials and some tech stocks as well, right? Apple, part of the spiders, right? So that's pretty much what, and then of course spiders hit our algo resistance and then pretty much plummeted afterwards. Lovely. Um, or an algo resistance and then plummeted, right? So you have to stop and ask, a lot of people will stop and they'll ask, why is this happening? I think that's the wrong question. I think it's just more, see, there are a lot of traders out there who lie to you and pretend that you have to understand every aspect of the market. There has to be a reasoning for everything. Why is this going up? Why is this down today? This was upgraded. Why is it pulling down? This was downgraded. Why is it going up? And people always look for sort of that reasoning for why things happen. They try to justify it because otherwise it's chaotic to them. If they can understand the reasoning why something happens, they won't be able to psychologically move on from the scenario. And that is a very, very dangerous thing in the market. I took a lot of small losses here today, a lot of small losses here today. Some wins as well, obviously, but it was definitely a very difficult day. A very difficult day, and the reason is we put in a double inside candle. And there are a lot of traders who you don't know in the room who I have a lot of respect for, and there's dozens of you, but in terms of your feelings on the market, traders who are more successful I am at least on a P&L level. And I do pretty effing well for myself. So these guys are on a different level than me. And they're even saying it's hard today. They're even saying it's hard today. And I'm not going to start here. And I know what you're thinking. You want me to name drop right now. I'm not going to name drop, but if you're a new member, just take my word for it. Okay. So there are a lot of traders here, 33, 28, 44, that are, better traders than me, P&L wise, for sure. And they're talking about the difficulties of the market. So, yeah. So, I mean, with that being said, the reason for it being is that we had a double inside candle. So when I'm coming to you and I'm telling you, yesterday's high, yesterday's low, yesterday's high, yesterday's low, it's because we're pretty much trapped in a range. Now, when that happens, a lot of algos have trouble doing follow through moves. Now, tomorrow, what are the odds of breaking tomorrow's high or low in the Qs? I don't know, 99.9999999999999% because you never get two inside candles on the Qs ever. I mean, it's the first time it happened this year. Won't be surprised if it was the first time it happened in many years, in several years, by the way. I'd actually, if any of you guys want to do the legwork and figure that out, not an inside candle, double inside candle. An inside candle followed by an inside candle. Okay, so it happened a year and a third ago, about 16 months ago. Okay, so obviously, okay, appreciate that. Bottom line is doesn't, it's a rare occurrence. Even if it happened 5 times in the past year, it's a very rare occurrence, okay? That is the bottom line here when it comes to double inside candle on the Qs. So it did, make trading rather difficult today. I mean, honestly, I was a little bit flustered this morning. I was a little bit flustered this morning because yesterday, there were a lot of the open house members who are like, again, and I love you guys and I love your enthusiasm. It all comes from a good place, and I obviously love and respect you. That's why you're probably listening to me talk right now instead of, doing whatever else I have to do in life right now. So, I just we found some decent plays early. Um, I think did Schwab at the end of the day, did Schwab at the end of the day fix their order status issue? Was that just me or did it just fix at the end of the day? It didn't fix at the end of the day for you guys? I think it fixed at the end of the day for me. I'm not sure though. I don't want to say anything with anything, but they did fix it for a while. Gotcha. All right. So, I mean, obviously Schwab is aware of that issue. Obviously, it's something on their end, and at this point, it's more annoying. It's not really affecting your fills per se, but it's definitely causing some form of psychological toxicity when you have to see it because what's happening is when they finally do process your order, that little box that pops up on the bottom right will say like where you got filled, and you're probably like, huh, what? What happened? Because it was an old order. Did any of you guys feel that when you started? Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about, obviously. All right, and look, you know. I'm sticking with it for right now. I'm still deciding to stick with him. You don't want to be on that software anymore. You have the right to go wherever you want. You have the right to go wherever you want. So just remember that. I highly recommend not paying money to trade common stock if that's what you want to do. I highly recommend it. It's kind of funny how firms still try to stay in business by ripping their clients off by overcharging them for stock shares and commissions. And honestly, it infuriates me. To me, some of the rates that I see being charged to me is evil. Not like oh that's wrong. No, that's like evil. That's evil. The person on the other side knows with 99.9999% certainty that they're setting somebody up to fail. and that they're going to lose all their money, and they don't mind because it's legal. As long as you sign on the dotted line and you're agreeing to sign your soul over to the devil, they'll charge you an arm and 17 legs per trade, and you'll make money. You'll be like, trading is difficult. Huh. Be careful. Snakes, snakes, ladies and gentlemen. Snakes, evil snakes. But look, you think or swim is better, or TD Ameritrade, or whatever the free commission brokers are. You want to use interactive brokers, be my guest. I'm not ready to jump ship over the recent issues. I'm not even remotely thinking about that yet. If I ever do, I'll obviously tell you, and I'll let you know. So just as I talk with this, by the way, I'm actually doing the levels. I'm actually doing the levels, and yeah, I'm a bit disoriented. Um, I really have love for a lot of people. I can't stand running these open houses. I detest them. I detest them with every ounce of my being. And that doesn't mean I won't go out of my way and do everything I can if you're an open house member to help you. Don't misconstrue my words, but I'm never gonna see, you know what it is, and we're setting up for the S mark now. Um, you know what it is? I'll always be honest, and that's why in this industry sometimes I rub people the wrong way because I call out their bullshit right away, and I don't lie to you, and that's I guess sort of rare. That's sort of rare. I don't pump and dump you. I don't lie to you. I don't do horrible things to you. I try my best to keep it all real and straight up and try to give you the same sort of information in a time-like fashion that I have as humanly possible, of course. And, you know, just because I can't stand this week and I probably drink twice as heavy as thanks to these open houses, I will still go well out of my way to serve you. And if you actually want to do me the biggest favor in the world, do not sign up for my service. I was even thinking about giving people added incentives, like not to sign up for the service, like maybe a 5-minute phone call if you agree, if you're on the fence, to like knock you off the fence in the other direction. But I don't think I'm gonna have all the time to do that because um, just whatever. That's now that we got through how I feel. What will happen is I will go out of my way above and beyond to help you succeed and do everything I know how to help you succeed and in my head put you in that best chance possible to succeed. And that you have my word on. I'm not going to let you come in here and you'll never be another number. So there's a pro and con. There's a pro and con, right? And I'm going to go to the S marks right now. There's a pro and con to all this. The pro is I'm going to do everything I can to humanly help you. You get access to these shows that you see right now. Um, I've gone above and beyond for people before. I don't want to start telling you what I do for people because I don't want you to sign up for what you know of what I did for other people. I don't want that to be the reason why you sign up for the room. So I know most of you guys will sign up, so I'm trying to do as much as I can to dissuade you from joining. Um, is it overpriced to be part of my service? It's overpriced. Don't join. Should get it for free, this entire service. Um, yeah, extremely. So I'm going to start the S marks in 1 second, and I'm just going to answer one question. What's difficult about them for you? I'm going to answer Andrew. What is difficult? What is difficult about running these open houses for me? Well, There's many things that go through my mind as I run these open houses. Number one, I feel like I have to re-explain things over and over again for new people as to not be a jerk because I don't want to be a jerk. So I want to explain why I'm doing something, why I say certain things because some of you might not understand. So if I say it and you don't understand, it doesn't help you. And because you're spending time in this room, I do want to help you. Um, at the same time, I'm concerned with traders, and my list of people that I have to be concerned about and potentially help will always grow after these open houses. And that adds, I don't even, there's 24 hours in a day. I don't even sometimes know how I proceed with it. But, that it definitely adds to the list of people I need to care about and help. And let's just be honest, like, I mean, I got an email the other day that just basically, just even thinking about it, like, sort of knocks me on my ass. It's just, I get very emotionally attached, and really, I don't want any more emotional attachment. I really don't want any more emotional attachment. Really, like, I get emotionally attached to the traders in my room, which is a very dangerous thing. I mean, you could go to any of the other rooms here, you could go to any of the other rooms outside on Wall Street, and you can watch 95% approximately or more of the people leave. And if there's an emotional attachment, to me, it's a constant heartbreak and a struggle. And that's the truth. It literally feels the best way I could explain it is I don't know about you guys or girls, but like, you remember the first time you broke up with your first girlfriend or if you're whatever, boyfriend or girlfriend? Do you remember that feeling? How bad did that feel? Did that feel like, oh, your heart like that? Terrible, right? And I'm not saying it felt terrible for everyone, but it felt it felt terrible for me. And when somebody fails, and there will always be somebody in this room who inevitably fails. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I don't help. I'm unable to turn 100% of people profitable. I'm just able to turn from what I see the vast majority of people profitable. That's a pretty bold effing statement because the majority of traders fail. So if there was a service that really helped the majority of people succeed, um, that would be pretty effing bold to have a service like that out there. And it took me decades of failing the masses to get to where I am today. And if you're wondering why you don't see why the Newsbeat show is now inside the room as opposed to public on YouTube, it's for that reason. I don't want you to effing join. So there's 600 plus Newsbeat shows. You want all the benefits from the Newsbeat shows? They're still there for you. But I no longer talk about how you should join my room, but now you're literally in my room. You literally came inside our family and our door, and here you are. So the difficult part is the heartbreak of traders failing, the added responsibility of trying to help traders succeed. Is there a benefit? Is there a pro to you being here? Sure, because if you are one of those traders who succeed, if you are part of those masses who do succeed, it is very rewarding. The best feelings I get is when traders succeed because I'm very emotional. And the worst feeling I get is when traders fail. It has to work both ways, right? I can't be happy for you when you succeed. If somebody says they're happy for you when they succeed and they don't give a crap when somebody else blows out and leaves the room, they're full of shit, okay? That's what it is. They're just completely full of shit, all right? And I'm just not that person. I'm opening up. I wear my heart on my sleeve, like I'm telling you exactly what's hard and what's great about it. And it just gets to a point for me where there's as many people here who have turned profitable, there's still people here who aren't profitable. And the way I feel is I'd rather focus on them than on you guys here in the open house. And that's the truth. However, also the truth is, even if I feel that way, I'm still going to give you my all and treat you like a family just like everybody else. And that's also the truth. Okay? How's that? You guys expecting that? You guys expecting that? That's my dose of honesty. Let's go to the Ask Marks. Now that we're being honest with each other, right? All right. All right. What's up, Mark? What's up? Had a modest day today. Went 50% of my trades with very minimal losses on front running that expletive Facebook. I know. I feel you. Other than that, very normal day to me. For me. Just wanted to ask about the first Mark 5 on Facebook on 10/20/20. You mean yesterday? Okay. It was a Mark 5. I'm not used to taking and I wanted to know if it was a smart trade or not. Again, I'll look at the trade and I'll tell you, in my opinion, if it worked or not. But only you know if it's a smart trade for you or not. The Mark 5 could be smart for someone and stupid for someone else. If you want to know if the strategy was set up correctly for the Mark 5, whether it worked or not, I will be the first to tell you. Thanks again for all you do, Mr. Melnick. You are the man. You know, I feel better after that. All right, let's take a look at the 5 minute of Facebook. We're going to look at what what happened yesterday on the 20th. So the first Mark 5 happened right over here. Well, no, that's not true. First Mark 5 happened right over here where it slammed in. The one thing I don't like is there's a 200 moving average. Now, there are two things I didn't like about this Facebook. On a Mark 5, when the first Mark 5 triggers, whether you're going long or short, the target is either day highs or day lows. Unfortunately, this Mark 5 over here, you might ask me, well, what's the Mark 5? Is it right over here or is it right over here? That's a tough one because you have two 5 minute bars exactly at day highs that hit the same price to the penny. That is so rare. So one might actually sit here and ask, um, what is the trigger? Is it the day highs but the target's the day highs. So is this the Mark 5 or this? The truth is I don't even have a smart answer for that because they both reacted similarly to a Mark 5. You want to know the truth though? Based on the volume, the algorithms actually interpreted this as the first Mark 5 because this 5 minute bar here declined on volume. So this technically was the first Mark 5 as like pretty much forget about what I think and what you think. Let's ask the robots what they thought. The robots interpreted this as a Mark 5. This is a very important study here because from now on, the true Mark 5s are going to be when a stock when a stock is lower than the prior candle's high. I used to say when a 5 minute candle doesn't break the prior 5 minute high for the first time, that's technically here. Technically, even though you might argue it was scalpable and it worked here and it worked here, you could have done both, right? Arguably, the algorithms did not feel like this fourth candle was was a Mark 5. It went up, whatever. They did not feel it was a Mark 5. They felt this was the Mark 5 because you elevated in volume there. This is a very important question. Never forget it. I probably have to change the way I word a Mark 5 as a result of this scenario here. You understand that, right? How important this example is, right? You understand how important this example is. So if you're talking about what the algos interpreted as a Mark 5, all right. So Mark, that he's saying one more time. Listen very carefully. Okay. I'll show you if I could find it, bro. All right. This is, by the way, inside your portal if you're a member, so you have access to all this. And if you want, don't even join the room. Just hit print screen right now, and you can have this slide. And I also believe it's in the free video, so you don't need to. Anyway, don't join. Choose a name given in the Newsbeat, they do in the movie theaters, where they like flash like in the intermittent show they'll flash like a screen of popcorn real quick and you won't even know it, and subliminally you want to go and buy popcorn. Did you know they used to do that back in the movie theaters back in the day? Do you know they used to do that in the movie theaters back in the day? It's not a myth. It's not a myth. How many people knew about that? How many people knew about that? Yep. So I don't know, maybe I should like start like doing subliminal messages to you guys. All right, so this room sucks. I don't feel like joining anymore. Screw it. I don't like this place. So what I'm saying is, based on this over here, right? Based on this over here, um, back to the picture. Based on this over here, I say for the first time, watch your chart until a 5-minute candlestick closes without going higher than the prior 5-minute candlestick high. You see step two? According to the way it's written, this was actually the correct setup for the Mark 5. And yes, it worked. But looking at the volume differential here, the algos interpreted this as the Mark 5. And these two 5-minute bars are exactly the same height, by the way. If it was a penny lower, there'd be no confusion. If that was the case, it would be absolutely no confusion at all. So what I'm saying is you have to actually look for a candlestick to not hit the prior 5-minute candle high to the penny, which is obviously extremely unique. So that was actually a very good question. So was the Mark 5 set up correctly? I believe it was. So right over here, you could have gone long, obviously, through 266.15, 264.96, and it would have gone as high as 266.15. All right, next Mark 5. Excellent, excellent question. All right, all right. Hey, Mark. Hey, bro. Well, I think it goes without saying that today was a rough trading day. Double inside candle for sure, bro. But I think every day this week and some of last week has been rough for me. I had so many problems with Schwab for the past 2 weeks. It's unbelievable. Haven't been doing great. Still trying to get the nerve to take more size. I know what you say about that, but I'm suffering from paralysis analysis. I've been missing the morning opportunities because I've been too hesitant to pull the trigger. I'm running down my checklist, making sure everything is in order, and ultimately missing the move. Man, I've got to make this work. I can't go back to my old gig. Even if I wanted to, the jobs aren't available, and they want to pay less than I made 15 years ago. What the F? Not to mention the other issues. Away, I've set some rules for myself which I think will help. No trading after 11 or noon. Excellent, exactly what we talked about. I want to be one of the folks who say, get the hell out of here. Damn, I want to get to the point where you kick me out too. That'll be $5 to my PayPal. I find that most of my losses come after noon. Either I'm trying to make back losses and experimenting, both of which usually end up badly. So today I stopped at 11 and just waited for the news flow. Homework: review your materials every day and take notes during the day. I know you're too busy trading to get everyone's questions, so I saved the 7 for the 7 p.m. rendezvous. So here they are. Hope the videos aren't too annoying. People love them, but I'm a visual learner. Most people um, are visual learners. And then there's another part of the email. Peace. Thanks, brah. P.S. Keep me posted about the gentleman who runs a safe house. I don't have much, but will do whatever I can to help. What a great person. So sorry for his loss. Amen. All right. So he posted 2 videos here. I'm going to share them with you. I'm going to start with the first one, the one on top, and let's see what it is. Gonna pause. Yes, you can. So to answer the gentleman's question, the first question, um, no, you're not allowed to draw on the last candle, even if it is the last day and it closed. You could do it tomorrow, perhaps, but you can't do it today. In terms of your lines here, there are a lot of lines that are being drawn incorrectly here. The the top line you drew here, correct. The top line starting at the green to the top here, correct. You can't do the second one here because there's a candlestick that's higher. So this candlestick right here is wrong. All these candlesticks are wrong. You want to know what actually would have been right here? If you actually started from the bottom of this green candle right here on the bottom of that arrow there where you see my arrow, if you actually put your candlestick there and attached it here, that would actually be legit because that is the lowest candle in the range. You started from the second or third lowest candle in the range right there. That's illegitimate. Also, right over here, you started with a low that isn't the lowest candle in the range. It's right here. So what makes this green candle the lowest candle in the range when drawing a trend line? It's the fact that you gapped up right over here. This gap up right over here sort of set a new range for lows and candles. So you'd actually have to start right over there at the bottom of that green candle. Another accurate trend line would be here, and I'm not sure which one are the lowest bars here, but connected to one of these low bars here, or maybe even there if it doesn't clip. I think it does clip. So all these trend lines here you drew were incorrect, but you have the right mentality here. You're looking at the right thing. Let's continue. Oh, one more pause. Yes, you can draw these candlesticks on a 1 second chart, a 1 minute, 10 minute, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, decadely, or if you're Suzanne Summers on the centennial. All right, you don't have to really do the math. Pretty much $3 is not a big percentage of $400 and change or $500, whatever and change that Netflix is at. So yes, you did it correctly. You went from the top and you moved all the way to the left and you found the right candle. So that would be a trigger, but it would not be an A plus trigger going on. 10% is a vague thing. The higher the percent, the more. You could do 3%. It depends. It depends. You want to go for as high of a number as possible. Don't get too mathematical on the exactness. It's either small or it's in the middle or it's not or it's big. Yes, that is correct. With the higher the number would tell you how hard the volume would be when that level hits. That is correct. All right. I'm gonna just watch his second video now. All right. So in this example here, he's asking about the Mark 1 right over here on Snap. He's pointing out to this red volume bar. It's legitimate because it's less than the green volume bar. You didn't elevate in volume from the green volume bar. So even though it's bigger compared to the other bars, it's still smaller compared to this green bar. And then it got smaller again. That's exactly what you want. And when you trigger, it elevates again. See now down over here, this is where it gets scary because now you're elevating it with a red volume bar to the downside here. So buying through this 1 minute breakout here, especially also with the moving averages above you, that would be scary. All right. Um, let us get to next. Let's get to the next S mark. All right. Hello, Mark. Today's a good day. However, I'm not emailing you how my day went or ask you about trading. Today I'm going to share to you in the room how trading made me and my partner in life closer than we have ever been. Trading made us talk to each other more. We have added one more thing in our relationship. We have not argued about money. When one of us, we are both traders and in your room at the same time. Um, wow. That's interesting. That's an interesting relationship. I respect that though. We have added one more thing in our relationship. We have not argued about money. When one of us, we're both traders and in your room at the same time, is having a bad day, the other lifts the spirit up. That is an awesome, awesome relationship. Trading is very humbling, whether you win or lose. But at this moment, trading has brought our relationship to the next level. Thank you, Mark. I never thought trading can be a vessel to a better life, win or lose. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life. Um, First off, thank you for this enormously beautiful email. It means a lot to me. Part of what I do is I try to change people's lives. I try to change people's lives through trading and make them better people. One of the first things I do to make people better traders is to make them better people outside of their lives. And that is one of the most important things. Now, don't get me wrong, you still have expletive holes who are traders and good traders, but they're loading themselves with so much psychological toxicity that they're not going to last too long. A lot of people, most traders who I talk to, they want to trade for the rest of their life. They don't want they don't want to just trade for the next year. Most people in this room, how many people agree you pretty much want to trade till you die? How many people feel that way? I do. Well, truth is, I probably would even want to trade after I die. Maybe Elon Musk will do something like that. But look, point is, most people they want to trade till they die. That's why it's so good to take care of your body and your mind and the people around you and talk to the people around you. And this is the whole point. I mean, what you just wrote in the email is exactly the point of what I'm trying to accomplish when I reach out to all these people to try to help them. This is exactly what I try to accomplish. So, it's very important that you have somebody very supportive around you. It's very important that you try to lift people up around you. And it doesn't surprise me one bit. There's so many people who are like, my girlfriend noticed I changed, my husband, my wife, my significant other noticed that I changed. And it's since joining your room. And like, the reason people don't understand that there's more to trading than really just throwing a strategy in your face, shoving it down your throat, holding your mouth sealed, telling you to eat it and like it. It's about self-discovery. It's about becoming a better person. And I know that sounds so zen, but when you see the results that the majority of our members have, could you really argue it? I've tried everything in the book to get people successful. Everything. I've been broadcasting 13 years, and this I have found so far. Maybe I'll find something better in the future, and I'm still always looking and trying. This so far is really the best way that I've ever been able to do it in my life. So, absolutely beautiful email, and I greatly appreciate you sharing that with us. So let's go on to the next email. We're gonna cash in our chips and do a boof email, a boof mail. Hello, Mark. So many difficult trades today. Did you end up having a good day after you were at 10% of your high? I was up 800, but gave it all away and went negative, taking too much size and calling Schwab while trading. I know I shouldn't have done both of those things. Thanks a lot for telling me that I should have my BP reset after every option trade. I pretty much have to call them now every time I approach zero, low enough to are low enough to where I need a reset. Had it reset 3 or 4 times today. Also, market. This is the better chart for BTC from the Coinbase exchange. Has real volume. Does Bitcoin look like it'll break last year's high? Remember how much toxicity Bitcoin got you? I mean, maybe. I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe with the whole PayPal thing, maybe Bitcoin is hot now. I have no idea. I can't tell from that chart. It definitely looks a lot more bullish and it's breaking out. Is it going to go up 50% in value? Maybe. Lost $1,100 today. Made some money in the morning. Caught 1,000 on Facebook here, and then just slowly chipped back away. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Um, really, just going back to what I said before, my brother. Just really difficult day. Do not do not beat yourself up. It was with the double inside candle. Again, I'm not making an excuse. I'm just really explaining to you the forces that made the day bad, and it's not up to you whether there's an inside candle or not. Okay. Next email. Mark, what a yucky day. Yesterday I had about 3 trades that got tied up with SSE. I usually sell half when it pops and then cash out at the first sign of red. But SSE would not let me sell at my second leg, so I had to log out, log back in, and sell out. Needless to say, I did not get my best price and spent the day trying to get back to my profit level. Today it happened again, then again, then again. Called Schwab, talked to an agent who said they would refund my drop and would give me my original selling price. It happened when I was on the phone with them. We will see if I get refunded the price. If they said they will, they will. Maybe $300 or so. I was in a trade while on the phone and should have sold, but it went against me, so I bought into Roku while holding DraftKings and thought if I held, it would turn around. What? I see. I'm just not a fan of this whole mentality. I thought if I held, it would turn around. How about I think it could turn around, but at the first sign it doesn't, or if this happens, I'm out. My day was negative 2,000, totally effed up. I hate waiting for political news and then the news came and garbled. Pelosi said today a trade would get done, but all I kept hearing was Pelosi said a trade would get done today. Nothing got done today, and that was dragging the market down. What that had to do with DraftKings and Roku is beyond me, and I ran out of cash and held, hoping for a pop. My old behavior, and it makes me want to puke. Very toxic. The ambiguity was different than certainty, and the market was down and went further down, and my losses doubled. Had to find a way to watch Bloomberg only to get the story straight, and all I know, I got it wrong and now I feel lousy. One, did not act properly and held a loser while it went down. Two, kept holding it while it went down further. Three, of course, I added to one of my losses. Four, no, it did not go up after that either. Now I feel lousier. I did build a position in Snap since early June, so that popped. Attachments, hold on. All right. I mean, so you've been holding these positions, a lot of them. Well, some you scalped. I see some scalps you took. Yeah, but a lot of your hits came from positions that you held till the end of the day. So from the positions you held till the end of the day, from the morning, which is again so hard in this environment, and the reason why it's non-directional. We went up and we went down. It didn't go mostly up or mostly down where it was easy to catch in that sort of sense. All right. So $1,243.27 was holding positions from the morning till approximately 3:38 p.m. And the fact that you are in these trades, you know, was probably causing toxicity. So the toxicity really started probably when you were having a bad day here. You lost on, and again, I know you had issues. You lost on Pinterest, Zoom, and at that point, you're just like, F it. I want to see these things go up. So at this point, after you were down money at 10:07, you sold your last position here at 10:08. At this point, 3 minutes later, you're like, F this. I need to make this money back. I'm going to swing into the close. And that's when you gave back the $1,200. I feel you. I'm not saying that's a right or wrong strategy. You can only make that decision if it's right or wrong for you to hold. I'm not saying holding is bad. I'm just saying in an environment like this, holding is effing difficult because the market isn't breaking up or down. The market isn't breaking up or down. You literally have a double inside candle on the triple Qs. And last time it happened was like what somebody said, like 16 months ago. It just like never happens. It's the first time this year. Just never happens as a never. So it was really hard to swing trades. I feel you. I feel what you went through. Um, Qs are now, guess, down after hours. Okay. Took a little of the Roku and a little of the Biogen. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm not convinced we're opening up or down tomorrow. But just going back to it and back to what the Qs are doing. The hard part about sort of this bear flag here on the Qs is it's not really a true bear flag. This over here was a true bear flag. You elevated in volume, you moved up, you elevated to the downside. This is a bullish digestive pattern. Look at the volume here. This volume is just on a total decline. This volume is just on a total decline here. This volume isn't elevating. So yes, we can always gap up or down, but I interpret the Qs here extremely bullish. I know that sounds crazy when you have 4 days where you close lower than where you opened. Last time that happened was when we called the top of the market on September 2nd. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind of what you are sort of dealing with there. And I feel your pain, and it's a very awkward moment. So I can't really come to you and say, you need to change everything you're doing. I'm not convinced of that. I'm convinced that today is more of a fluke day given its rarity. I'm more convinced of that. Congratulations on your snap position working because snap, obviously shot up like an animal. So, yeah. Keep your head up. These days are less common. I'm more concerned about the Schwab issues than you running into another double inside candle. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen again, but we think it'll happen again this year? I don't. Think it'll happen next year? Maybe, maybe not, right? All right. So, just remember when a lot of times when you run into something very hard, it doesn't always pay to change what you do. All right. It doesn't always pay to change what you do. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's go to the next email here. Whoops. There we go. All right. Hi everyone. Mark, I know you're going to like this email. This morning I overcame a gut punch in my trade in trading. My entrance in JKS, Jinko Solar, was very fortunate yesterday. Man, it just went up $300, so much that I felt safe to hold it overnight. This morning the option was up $700. It went down a little at the open, but I didn't even flinch. I was in such a good place that I let it ride out the first minute, and in the second and third minutes of the open, it was up $1,000. At that point, I clicked sell to close and nothing happened. It started going down hard and fast. Then Schwab froze. By the time SSE started working again, the option sold for a $257 profit on a market order. It was a devastating morning emotionally to that point. The disappointment was almost overwhelming, but I dusted off and kept going. By the end of the day, I was up really well. I did not tilt, I did not flip out. I took small wins, small losses, and had a few big wins I never thought would come. Without the help from this room, mentally, I'd just be a mess. I did this because I am a member here, and that's all I can attribute it to. Thank you. So you made money on the Jinko, a lot less than you were going to make. I get it, bro. And you were able to hold your own today. Nice little put trade there in the spiders. Well played. You held it together. Nice psychological comeback, brother. All right, let's go to the next email. Hi, Mark. I just wanted to say thanks. I'm getting back to basics after a bad loss on a good trade last week that cost me a few $1,000s. Your words helped me realize that it was just that a bad loss on a good trade. I am vowing to keep my size small for the rest of the month as I continue to build my confidence. It's been tough as my account is down over 40% since I started trading almost 2 years ago. Granted, much of that are losses on trades other than day trades and your strategies, but it still stings and makes me want to size up to get it back. Again, thanks for helping me build my skills and psychological fortitude as I want to become a successful trader. Here are my trades today, done by 10:20 a.m. Eastern Standard. Nice. You caught Facebook, lovely. You punched it right in the face. You chilled out afterwards. You gave back, I don't know, $10 or so afterwards, after being up 370. But what I loved is you tiered down and you started doing the real quick trades. Look, 20-second trade here, 38-second trade here. You even did a I can't tell because the stupid date and time over here gets a little bugged sometimes. I get it, but I'm assuming those were very quick trades on Facebook. You snagged a quick 15 cents on Facebook. Looks like you traded very well. Very well done, sir. Very well done. Great day. And thank you for the beautiful email. All right. We're going to go to the next. Yeah. So, you know, this is so if you are new here, this is pretty much what we're doing every night. I don't promise you that I will do this every night. Um, okay. All right. Let's go right to the next email. If this works, by the way, and people don't join, I'm doing this every single open house. We're gonna find out. You gotta try to see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but gotta at least give it a shot. I mean, these guys are laughing. I am as serious as the sky is blue right now. Actually, it's kind of dark, but during the day, I'm as serious as the sky being blue. Hi there, Mark. I have a couple of questions regarding your 1 minute know your limit 8 and 21 Mark 1, Mark 5, and chat reset. A chat reset usually happens when I have to ban Boof and delete his message from the chat. That's what a chat reset is. So I'm assuming you're talking about a chart reset. Sorry to bother. It's starting to get really annoying, bro. But do you use the prior candlestick's closing price to enter once the next one breaks out to open the position according to the master video? Do you count the prior wicks when measuring the breakout price? Yes, I do use as a generalization in the environment. I've been front running, and I did a video on teaching you how to front run that trigger as well. But yes, that is the level, and the wicks do are inclusive. That is for all the strategies of the master video, correct. Do you buy market and sell market too? A lot of times, yes. Most of the time I'm buying market, and most of the time I'll sell market. A lot of times I'll sell limit, depending on the stock, because I'm trying to do it and the price is approaching the previous close and I buy or sell according to the video. But the majority of the times I start losing money right away. Have you tried front running? I'm not sure if it is because of the broker's commissions, maybe, or if I'm doing something wrong. Are you front running? Do you close the positions market as well? A lot of times. I'm using interactive brokers. That's fine. And about the chart reset, let's assume I could not enter any positions because nothing happened or I just missed it. In the video, it is explained that you must watch approximate 3 times volume increase to consider a chart reset. That's about right. But what about the EMA? Once a chart resets, everything resets. Every single strategy resets once you get a chart reset. I might even make an argument for the one and done as well. If you had a long bias and after the chart reset, the trend changed, you're going to have to describe to me what the trend, how you define the trend changing. That's a very vague thing to say. Do you start the trade as the opposite? If the EMA is above now, should I go short? You mean if you put in a very sharp red volume bar? Yeah, that's a chart reset to the downside. That is what my logic tells me. It doesn't mean you should trade it. Do you enjoy trading short trades on Mark 1s, Mark 5s? Know your limits. Do you like one of them? Do you like none of them? That's a question you have to ask yourself. But let's say, and by like them, I mean, are you making money off them? I could care less if you find them attractive. But let's say a stock has gone up 20% and after the chart resets and is up 10%, but the EMA now is above. Should I go short? Again, sorry to bother. Maybe this is too obvious for you, but I'm kind of new to this. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so basically, when a chart reset happens, all my strategies actually reset. Every single one of my strategies that were quote unquote there are now no long are now new again as if you just started the day from scratch. All right, so excellent question. Um, excellent email. Wow, we got a pretty long ass mark right here. Excellent everything. Okay. All right, let's go into the next Ask Mark. Go right over here. Hi, Mark. First, I want to say thank you for everything you do. I'm really blessed to be part of this community. I've, I've been meaning to write for a while, but then I just think WWMMS, what would Mark Melnick say? And I basically pretend you're telling me. I've traded on and off for a long time and never found success. I basically always traded like a gambler, and a really bad one at that. I always had decent analysis on the charts, but when it came to execution, it would be like my brain shut off and I became a gambler and had piss poor execution. I would take super quick profits but huge losses. If a position went against me, I would become a zombie and hold it and average down until my account was decimated. I would have a bunch of good trades, but that one bad trade would always ruin me. I blew up several accounts along the years. I joined a few rooms in the past here, including a room you used to be part of back in the day. Rhymes with wine's room. And there, but never found success. See, I'm very happy you said there. So yes, I used to broadcast in a place called Shine's Room. Um, my retention rate is still higher than the average here. I'd still blow the panties off anybody here and on Wall Street with that success rate, but it sucked compared to what I'm doing now. And the truth was, my product in that service was poor compared to where it is today. Not because I wasn't giving my heart out and everything. I simply just didn't know how to help you. See, people who don't know how to help you, they're not necessarily bad people. They just don't know how to help someone. And when you start fixing somebody psychologically, no matter what strategy that they try to do, you're going to be able to help them grow to that next level regardless of how they approach the market. So what I'm trying to do is, instead of just painting a shell around you and telling you what you should do, I'm trying to fix you from the inside out. Back when I was running Shine's Room, I did not have the ability, I did not have the ability to help you like I do today. Call it tens of thousands of hours of research, new products, and reading psychological studies that I didn't. I mean, that's on me. I mean, I grew since then. And I really appreciate you bringing that up. And I'm not saying that there weren't people who succeeded. I'm just saying much fewer people would succeed around me in that service compared to today. I actually preferred you as a broadcaster to the main guy, but didn't last long in the room as I blew another account. Um, I was the main guy, by the way. I was running the entire service. Everybody else was whatever, not the point. Fast forward to 2020, about 6 or 7. I wasn't the first person there. I think that's what you meant. Fast forward to 2020, about 6 or 7 years since I last traded, and I was really glad to find your Facebook and YouTube post. I decided to take the plunge and I joined your room in March. I started off the first couple of the months really poorly, an understatement. Down 70% of my account by April after starting in March. So within 1 to 2 months, 70% gone. All my fault, as I just continued to trade as I had in the years prior. I took random trades repeatedly, averaged down, held losers, etc. Basically, all the bad habits one could think of as a trader. And I really appreciate you saying this line here. And that is exactly why I need to fix people from the inside out. Because if I can fix you psychologically, I can make you a better trader regardless. You don't have to do the crap that I do. Um, Imagine you can't say crap in the room, but like if you say it in chat, like it comes up with all asterisks. Like, but I could actually say it here. God, I love having a microphone. But it's not about me. Again, it's if I fix you from the inside out, if I fix you from the inside out, you'll be better in somebody else's service. You'll be better in somebody else's service because I'm just improving you and who you are. And that is such a powerful thing. You know how many people come to me, like the gentleman's email, and I love it? How many times have I heard that? Over 100, 200 times? That people are like, my girlfriend says I've changed and my relationship got better. My relationship with my son, my daughter, my mother, my father, my this, my friend, my this has gotten better. You know how many people come and they tell me that? Because I'm trying to fix who you are. You want to know why you can't succeed at trading? It's because of you. The only difference is I'm admitting that. Most people will say you're not succeeding at trading because you can buy my new product for $1,099. But wait, sign up in the next 15 minutes and I'll add on my other scam product that I stole from somebody else for free. That's right. That's two for the price of one. Sign up today with a trading counselor near you. That is usually the answer. Buy this. Mark, I'm having trouble with this. Oh, have you seen my insert course here? Have you seen my course that we have a sale on right now? But that just masks the problem. That just masks the problem. You have to like start the counter, the 15-minute counter. So what I'm actually trying to do is you're all individuals. Each and every one of you have a different life situation. If I could broadly generalize how to fix problems that certain problems that people have, another 1,000, 1,500 of you here will have. Do you get that? Do you understand how many people share the same problem? Why do you think I do this show for the room? Why do you think I stopped doing the YouTube shows on YouTube? I mean, this is technically on YouTube, but it's private for you guys in the room. It's only part of this service. Because I want to take a group of traders and do everything I can to bring each and every one to the next level. And I will keep trying to improve what I'm doing and keep evolving. All the strategies you see now are evolved strategies. These are not all the same strategies we were doing a year ago, 2 years ago. There's going to be new strategies in the future, which I have to figure out and do to make money. We share those with you for free, or we have been so far, and I plan on continuing to do it if I can. So the market evolves. So, it's funny. I always find this part funny. And, I ask how many of you traders here, type in 11 if you think the market is an evolving thing and the market evolves and changes, the stock market. How many of you people believe that? I mean, of course it does. I mean, you'd have to, if you say no, you're wrong. If you say no, you're wrong. I mean, bottom line, right? I mean, nobody can deny that. So let me ask you a question. Why would the same course that was created 10, 20, 5, 8, 12 years ago still be effective today? That's a question. Give me a good answer. Why would the same thing that traders were doing 20 years ago work today? Didn't the market change and evolve? Didn't the market change and evolve? So why would I buy this old course that you took? So that when people are like, yeah, I'm a successful trader and I took that course many years ago, I'm like, oh my God, that's a good one, bro. I got a better one. A rabbi and a priest walk into a bar. Everything changes. The truth is, education needs to be ongoing. Psychological fortification needs to be ongoing. I offer you that psychological fortification here. I do everything I can to help psychologically fortify you. That is what I do. That is exactly what I do. See, so the Bandit course, the psychology part of the Bandit course is solid. The strategies change. The algo class, for some reason, still works to this day. Maybe one day it won't. That's just miraculous. But like a lot of stuff out there, including some of my old stuff, doesn't work. I won't even sell my book anymore. People are like, Mark, where can I get your book, Scalping for a Living? What do I tell you guys? Don't buy it. It's useless. It's a waste of your money. Oh, back in the day, it was great. It would really help you. Today, I wouldn't even use it as toilet paper. Laminated paper, not doesn't absorb well. But the point is, old stuff doesn't work anymore. Do you get that? So, really, loving this email so far. So he came in my room. He lost 70% of his account in the first month or two from March to April. He didn't give days. Then I decided in order to really get good at trading, I would have to learn to trade small first. So I tiered down to 1 to 3 contracts and started trading that day. I had my second profitable month ever in June. Very modestly, but profitable nonetheless. He made $800 in June. That's, I know you put a tilde there, but he's referring to plus 800, I'm assuming. I actually became consistently profitable in August. Not huge, but consistent nonetheless. In July, in the first couple of weeks in August, I was going to back to bad habits. I was actually trading well, but that one day in the week, usually Friday, would wipe out my whole week's profits. By the second week of August, I was down more than $17,000. I also added onto my account a few times, and the second week of August came, and I had an epiphany after finally dissecting my trading, something that I tell you guys to do all the time. I wish this epiphany arrived earlier. It was knocking at your door. I'm glad you decided to open it, sir. I decided to start cutting losses quickly. You mean You're not putting in hard stops and getting stopped out. But that imbecile over there told me that I have to do it and then that I'm doing it wrong if I don't do that. I know you've talked about it countless times. Thank you for. I feel a little better now because if you just learned it by then, I would have. Thanks for putting in that sentence. And everyone out there, I know you talked about countless times, and everyone out there, all the books, etc. But when I analyzed my biggest losses and found that if I just cut my losers quickly instead of holding down and averaging down, would actually be up in the account. It was like a light bulb moment. I guess I just needed to internalize it. That's why I tell you guys one of the hardest things. It sounds easy, but I'm like, look over your losing results, look at the strategies you're doing, and that's going to change you. So this is where your epiphany came. Most people think their losses are useless. Your losses hold the key to your success. Do you have what it takes to look at it? I'm not even saying it's easy to sit there and look at your losses. I'll make it easier. It's hard. It's very hard to do that. But I knew I was still a recovering average down and hold on to losers addict. So I decided that every morning before trading I would meditate, see my purpose for trading, my daughter, wife, parents, family, to help others in need. See, that's another thing we do here. We try to give you purpose, take care of your family, give to charities. This is what actually helps you. People think, oh, you give to charity, you lose money. No, you're helping your own trading when you give to charity. Telling you to give to charity, not to be a good person. Well, yes, to be a good person, but there's a very selfish undertone there. In fact, it's kind of crazy. Um, in the Jewish religion, as I was taught, and I'm not ultra religious. I don't wear whatever. I don't go to synagogues, but um, I do believe in the moral principles of several religions. Mine happen to be Judaism, and one of the moral principles they say for you is, did you guys know I was Jewish? How many of you guys did not know I was Jewish up until that point? Anyway, uh, okay. See, there you go. Doesn't matter, but um, there you go. Thought I was Buddhist. One of the things they talk about in when you give tzedakah to somebody, it's like charity or donation when you give to somebody. When you give tzedakah to somebody, the way I was taught is they're actually doing you a favor. They're actually doing you a favor, not the other way around. You're not both doing each other favors. They're doing you the favor, period. And you might say, how is me giving money to charity, the charity doing me a favor? I'm giving them money, I'm doing them a favor. And the way it's taught to me, and I do believe this, the way it's taught to me is they are putting you in a situation where you have the right to do good. They're putting you in a situation where you could do good for somebody else. So they're the one coming to you with the blessing to actually help you do something good. And so when you give to charity from that aspect, it's more selfish than generous, but it's not selfish in a bad way at all. Selfish has a negative undertone. It's not selfish, but it's self-serving. Yes, you help someone else too, but the biggest thing done is self-serving. Tell myself that trading was about the long haul and this next trade doesn't matter no matter what happens as long as I take good probability setups and cut the losers quickly that over the long run I'd be profitable. That might sound corny to some, but since then I've become consistently profitable. I was down over 17,000 at that point and 1,500 for the month of August by the end of the second week. After the switch in mindset, I finished the month up around 1,700. Holy crap. In September, I was having a good month, but had a couple big loss days where I reverted back to the old habits, but still ended the month profitable and better than the previous month, 2,700. In October, I focused on what I was doing best in, something I also always say. Mark one and done, and decided to size up on those trades. By October 12th, I was up $6,600. On October 13th, I woke up late, didn't meditate, missed the one and done, and took some FOMO trades and lost over $2,700. It was depressing, but I reset myself and the next day made it all back trading smart. As of October 16th, I was up $8,600 and took my account from down $17,000 to down $2,500 or up over 5,000 without commissions. Yikes! I mean, cool. Having my best month ever and thinking I can do this as a career for the long haul. I started donating to various charities on up days and feeling good. Thinking that I was on the way to my first five-figure month, then this week happened. On Monday, I was up 1,200 in the morning. By the end of the day, I was down 3,300. Instead of locking in my profits and sizing down, I just continued to take big size, taking loser after loser, revenge trading. Luckily, no averaging down or holding on to losers too long, but I kept on taking bad trade after bad trade. That was not part of your or my methodologies. On Tuesday, I didn't make it back, but made $1,000 early in the morning and just sat on my hands for the rest of the day waiting for a great setup that never came. Then came today again. Is this like deja vu? Did you experience October 21st, 2020 twice? Um, anyway, moving on. Um, where did I? All right, no, 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 no. Where did I miss this email? Holy shit, this is long, and I will continue to look for where I lost it. All right. Then came today again. Stupidly in the morning, I decided to take a Netflix random trade. And by the way, I don't mind long emails. I just was looking because I accidentally scrolled by accident. If I minded, I would tell you. Do you think Melnick would really hold back if he didn't like something? Melnick would tell you. I don't mind long emails at all. Stupidly in the morning, I decided to take a Netflix random trade, thinking can explode through 500. I marketed in options with stupid spreads. I was down $1 per contract instantly. Then it dropped some more. Took a $1,200 loss in less than a minute. Got that down to negative 200 in the next couple of trade taking Mark ones. Then Tesla came. I just reverted back to being dumb and taking random Tesla trades with way too big size, 20 contracts. Kept trading it for loss after loss down 3,500. I know I'm not sharing the details of the trade, but they were random revenge trades, so I won't even bother. Fine. So I was up 8,600 for the month of October on my way to my first five-figure month, being inspired by other stories from mass marks. And then this week happened, down 5,300 for the week. So you're still up 3,300 from the month because from up 8,600 to up 3,300, it's a horrible feeling. I know some of you here are like, I wish I was up 3,300 for this month. I'm sure there'll be some traders here who think that way. Don't. I keep saying it. You want to know the difference between somebody excited and suicidally depressed? Somebody who had $500 million dollars and now has $10 million dollars to their name, as opposed to somebody who had $10,000 and have $100,000 to their name. The guy with $100,000 is happier than a pig in its own fecal matter, and the person who lost the 490 million and has $10 million is depressed. Don't underestimate what's going on here. You have to just understand psychologically the damage being done. Just so you know, if you're looking at it thinking, I would have no problem if I was up 3,300 for the month. Huge problem here. I thought this week was finally the week I made up my losses, but then this setback happened. You had mentioned in an Ask Mark recently that Alcoholics Anonymous refers to recovering alcoholics as alcoholics. Even years later, that's how I feel about my trading. No matter how well I'm trading, it only takes that one trade or one day to blow up. That's why I've been doing these mindset exercises. I'm really sorry for the long email. Don't. Apology not accepted because you don't have to be sorry. I'm erasing your sentence. I've been meaning to write to you for a long time, but I always wanted to write you a success story. I appreciate that, but you've seen all the S marks, bro. You know it's not all about one side. Like the one from yesterday, but I decided I couldn't wait and needed to ask you for your help so I can become a success story in the future. How can I get over these days where I turn into a zombie and take these random trades over and over again, trying to recover losses? Checklist. Do you own a Philip Stein wellness bracelet? What are you eating? Are you eating breakfast in the morning, which is usually a huge mistake, unless you're eating just like fruit in the morning. I wouldn't do vegetables, but if you're eating like fruit in the morning, that would be fine. Are you getting good sleep? Do you wake up to pee do you wake up to pee at night? Do you wake up to roll around at night? Do you wake up and your breath smells you could taste the excrement product of the bacteria in your mouth and it tastes awful and you have to rinse your mouth with water. What kind of things happen when you sleep at night? These things, yeah, fried eggs and pancakes, Alex, that's totally fine. You know, definitely. Just make sure that you use 4 pounds of butter. Yeah, don't eat that crap. Anyway, um, that's by the way making you toxic. By the way, Boof, you told me in the past how toxic Bitcoin made you. Like that's hurting you. You know that, right? It's not worth the money. My lost days are a lot less now. My lost days are a lot less now, but when they do come, they spiral out of control. Thank you for everything that you do for us. Your purpose is extremely evident in your actions. You're helping people change their lives, who in turn are changing other people's lives. The ripple effect is that you're helping tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. That truly is a blessing. Well, thank you. Um, Thank you for the kind words. And my best advice is you have to be able to um, you have to be able to um, sort of try to fix one thing that you're doing. Are you usually losing this money in the morning? Is it a mix of the afternoon? Is it both? Try to figure out where the problems are starting. I don't have your results in front of me. I don't want to have your results in front of me, but that is what I would do in order to fix it. Okay. Really beautiful email. You've come a very long way. You obviously, I mean, you're still up for the month, and I know it feels horrible. Believe me, I get it. I think you're going to be fine. Just fix one thing you're doing. All right. If you send me your routine and what you eat and everything you do and your sleeping habits and everything, if you send that to me, I would probably be able to spot something that can help you. Who knows? All right. Let's go to the next email. Let's see. Mark, I've heard you mention several times that you like to cook healthy. How about a Melnick recipe of the week? Newsbeat live installment. Much admiration. Um, do you guys think I should room drive the prior email like Captain Crunch was asking? Yes or no? All right. I actually already deleted it. Let me see if I can pull it back from the trash. Mark is unread. Let's go back to my inbox. Inbox. Where the heck did his email go? All right. Actually, I could just copy it from the trash. All right. So I'll copy it from the trash. All right. We'll save this email. All right. All right. We'll go ahead and we'll upload it to the room drive. We'll just label it as trader with issue. Hmm. What the heck? Try that again. It didn't work. Oh, it did work. Okay. Worked twice, so I'll delete one. We'll delete one of them, and we'll leave the other. Perfect. Okay. So, you guys want, how many people want like one of the Melnick recipes? Should I like, how many people want like a Melnick recipe? I swear to God, if I show you the recipe and you tell me you like the food and you don't make it, I'm gonna be pissed off because I'm gonna spend time doing it and you better make it. I guess is the point I'm making. Um, It would be Monica approved, I'm sure. I actually don't think Monica eats animal protein. So it'd be a mix of vegan and animal protein, but very healthy on the animal protein side, all right? All right. Is that it? The Yar. That is that is pretty much it. So yeah, it was definitely like a very difficult it was definitely a very difficult trading day with the double inside candle here today. And yeah, I mean, do any now just for the new people, does anybody have any question? Do I have strategies for swing trading? Um, More fundamental analysis that I give, but yeah, my strategies tend to be fundamental. I do have an overnight strategy that I do as well. Any of the new people have any questions? Hundreds of you here. What is the Bandits program? It basically shares with you strategies that I'm already giving you for free that are updated, so that part's useless. But there's the psychological part, which is extremely useful and worth 10 times the price of the course. It teaches you the OODA loop, and the psychology part of the Bandit course, in my humble opinion, is one of my most important works. Ignore the strategies in the thing, take the free ones that are updated, but the psychology part of the course is imperative. And it's a course which it's one of the things you don't get for free here. But the trading counselors, I'm sure, would give you. We have specials going on this week, so if you're going to do it this week. I would recommend spending money on that, whether you join this service or not, if you want to continue to be a day trader. Hi, Mark. How can I get the algo course? New here. Hi, Al. One of the trading counselors would be more than happy to show you where to get it. Al, I consider the algo course my first real masterpiece. It's something that works to this day. It's a course that has remained true to this day. It's how I do the algo levels every day that you see. One of the trading counselors will help you with that. Have any thoughts about chart for ASTC, bad habits, left my money in it, Astrotech? Is that what you're talking about? Um, I have no idea, you know. I have no idea if they bring this stock to 0 or 10. I don't have any opinions here. What are the odds you break yesterday's high tomorrow? Approximately 0. Sorry, my brother. I don't like the setup at all. Did they raise money or something, Astrotech? Such a drop like that? All right, so they developed Breath Tech to develop a COVID-19 screen. Um, okay, it signed a joint development agreement with Cleveland Clinic to explore leveraging its breath test 1000 math spectrometer to rapidly screen for COVID-19 or related indicators. All right. Welcome to 300 other companies. But again, maybe this is good. I don't know how far they're going to get with this from a fundamental perspective. How do I get a discount coupon for the you just reach out to the trading counselor. That is your coupon. The trading counselors are your coupon. Thought on Tesla's earnings, where do I think it goes? Uh, I don't know, bro. Let me see. The numbers were phenomenal across the board. It's the best quarter in their history. My guess up. I don't know where I'll go tomorrow. All right. All right. All right. Have a great one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this S marked session. Happy trading, make money. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9 o'clock a.m. Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.